And, Christians love to make analogies of God as a father or God as a husband, the bridegroom, which I have to say that's just a really creepy thing for me to say out loud, that God is being compared to both a father and a husband. But we're not going to get into that one today. But let's flesh that analogy out a little bit. Imagine if a parent had a child and they gave this child this long list of rules. And in these rules were some about, maybe don't backtalk, clean up after yourself, treat other members of the family nicely. You might have some nice ones in there, but then alongside those rules are other rules about how they're supposed to treat their parent. You must always love me. You must worship me. You must praise me. You must ask for my forgiveness every single day. You must wear clothes that only I approve of and that I like. You have to wear your hair a certain way. You must sing my praises. You must not talk about how good other parents are. You must only focus on me and how great I am. And you must always remember that you are to obey me all the days of your life, no matter what I do, no matter what I say. You must not disagree with me. You must not stray from this. I am seeking perfection from you. Follow my commandments. If you don't, I'm going to make your life a living hell. I'm going to punish you every single day. I'm going to bring the neighborhood bullies over to bully you and make you feel really bad about yourself. I'm going to physically harm you. I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to put rashes on you and I won't cure them. I won't take you to the doctor. I'm going to starve you. I'm going to make your life a living hell if you don't obey me and do everything that I tell you to do, because I am your parent. And you will do all of this with a big smile on your face, because if you don't, there were going to be the worst imaginable consequences for you. I will make your life a living hell. You see how when you put it in the context of a father and a child, it becomes abuse. It's not kind at all. There's no reason to treat another being that way, and there's no reason for God to treat humanity this way. And I would say that if a father was doing that to their child, they're certainly not giving them any kind of freedom to be, any kind of autonomy. Should children have some supervision? Yes. Should children have guidance? Yes. Should children have rules? Yeah. But children should not be controlled. They should not be told who to be, what to be, how to dress, how to present themselves, what to believe. People deserve autonomy. But yet, for the biblical God, that's not an option. For the biblical God, it's you must do everything I say. And it's a long list. And if you don't, I will make it insufferable for you. This is a God who is saying, as a part of this curse, I'm going to make you eat your own kids. As a part of this curse, I'm going to send men out to take your wives by force. And I'm going to delight in doing so. I mean, that's literally what he says. He says, I will delight in this. I will take great pleasure and joy in all of these things that I will do to you, including these things to your offspring. I will curse your offspring, your kids. I will make your children suffer for your crimes, and I will take delight in doing so. Is this a God who loves humanity? Is this a God who cares about free will and autonomy? Is this a God who is giving you the freedom to choose him, to willingly choose him? Or is this a God that's saying, you must obey me, you must do it gladly, even if you disagree with me, even if you don't like me, or I'm going to make it really bad for you? Is that compatible with a God who is compassionate and who loves humanity? How can we reconcile that? How can we take this God being preached about, this God of love and mercy and grace and goodness, and align him with this God that we're reading about who curses people for not doing what he wants with a smile on their face? If this is not coercion, what is? How would we define coercion if this is not fitting in the definition? If there is a threat for not following God, God is not giving you the free will to follow him. And then when you slip up, things are going to be really, really bad for you. And he knows you're going to slip up over and over and over again. And he still makes you suffer. And there are so many other ways God could go about it. There are so many other ways God could have kind of enacted this system, but this is the way he chose to do it, by getting so violently angry and assaulting the people that he supposedly loves because they didn't want to obey a tyrant. So I just encourage you to read through this. If you're questioning your faith, you're really questioning this God, who this God is, his character, his intentions, read through this and ask yourself, is this compatible with a God who loves people? Why would God create people just to curse them, just to make them miserable? Is this compatible with a God of grace? Is this compatible with a God who gives free will to humanity? Is the God you're being preached about in the pews the same God that you're reading about in this chapter and in many others throughout the Bible? These are really important questions to ask yourself as you're questioning and deconstructing. And, everybody's going to come to a different conclusion. You might accept some apologetics on this, but from where I'm standing, there is no apologetic to justify this atrocious behavior by God, directly by God in the Old Testament. In the New too, I think all throughout the Bible, God is just a bad God. He's just not a good God. But here, it's just especially so. It's so blatant to see that God's only purpose in all of this is just to create a bunch of minions that want to serve and do whatever he says. He wants to control them as much as possible, tell them who to be, how to dress, how to behave, how to treat other people. He wants to be so involved in every aspect of their lives and control every little thing that they do. I don't know how we can align that with a God who gives people free will, autonomy, who allows them the freedom to be themselves, to choose him willingly, to love him willingly, when he literally says, obey my commandments, do it with a smile. If you don't, there will be hell to pay. I thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have thought for yourself and not just taken what I said or an apologist said or your pastor said and ran with it. I hope you thought for yourself, you asked the hard questions, and you continue to think on this. Don't forget, I have a merch shop.